Hey everyone, it's Sarah of sarahsbites.com, and today the recipe is going to be this delicious, super cheesy baked mac and cheese. So let's get started. I like to start everything off by shredding all my cheese ahead of time. So you're going to need 3 cups of any cheese that you like. I used 1 cup of extra sharp cheddar, 1 cup of gruyere cheese that I highly recommend, and then 1 cup of Monterey Jack. And then for the topping, use any cheese that you like. I went with half a cup of smoked gouda, and you'll also need a half 8-ounce block, so 4 ounces of cream cheese. Next, we'll go ahead and make our roux for the sauce. So you're gonna melt half a cup of unsalted butter on low to low medium heat. Just be sure for about a couple of minutes that you're whisking this or even stirring it, whatever you wanna use. We do want some of that moisture out of the butter to evaporate before we add in any flour, so I would say do it for at least a couple minutes. Now we'll go ahead and add in our half a cup of all-purpose flour, and you're gonna whisk that as well, and just keep it on the same heat and make sure you do watch it so it doesn't burn. So you do need to whisk consistently for a couple of minutes. So 2 minutes on the butter and about 2 minutes on the flour, because you don't want that nasty raw flour smell in your mac and cheese. I think that is definitely the #1 thing that just ruins baked mac and cheese. Now we'll add in our 4 ounces of room temperature cream cheese. Just make sure you are stirring this and turn that heat down to low, because cream cheese will stick to the bottom of a pan, especially if you have a metal or cast iron pan or something like that. If it's non-stick, it should not stick, but anything else, it will get lumpy and stick to the bottom. So make sure you turn that heat down to low and just kind of try to break those chunks apart, and then we'll go ahead and start adding our milk little by little. So you're gonna have 2 cups of whole milk. I have tried this with 2% as well before, and that works just as fine. Just be sure that you add the milk little by little as you whisk the sauce. And the milk nor the heavy cream that we're about to add has to be room temperature. Those can be cold. When you're done pouring the rest of the milk, go ahead and turn the heat back up to medium temperature, and then you're gonna add in 1 cup of heavy whipping cream as well. And we do want these to start warming up and thickening up as well. As this is thickening up, go ahead and add in 1 teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of black pepper, a half teaspoon of ground mustard, and that is optional. And then I used a half a teaspoon of paprika as well. Whisk everything together. Turn the heat off completely, and we're gonna start adding the cheeses in little batches. I just did mine a couple different batches, and you're just gonna use a spatula or spoon, whatever you prefer, to kind of fold that cheese in. And it will take a little while. Just make sure you're patient with it. Try your best not to turn the heat on to get it to melt quicker. You just need to keep stirring and mixing away, and the cheese will eventually melt completely and become very smooth. If you're enjoying watching this video recipe, please consider subscribing to my channel, as it does help to support my channel, and give me a thumbs up below if you liked it. And I would actually love to know what type of cheeses you guys like in your baked mac and cheese. Personally, I love extra sharp cheddar, and gruyere are my 2 favorite cheeses of all time. So I think they give it a lot of flavor, but let me know what you guys like to use and what else tastes good. Once you're done melting all the cheese, go ahead and just give the sauce a bit of a taste to see if you need any more salt or anything else in it. While I was mixing the cheese, I also had my oven preheating at 375, and I boiled a pound of large elbow macaroni according to package directions. So make sure you drain those, put them in your casserole dish, and we're just gonna pour over all that cheese sauce on top. Go ahead and use your spatula just to make sure all that macaroni is coated. So give it a nice good stir inside that casserole dish. And then you're gonna top it off with your choice of cheese. I used a half a cup of smoked gouda. I think the smokiness in that gouda cheese gives an amazing flavor on top. And then you're gonna bake this at 375 degrees for about 30 to 40 minutes. I pulled mine out at about 35 minutes, just when I saw it was starting to brown a bit on top and get super bubbly. Once you pull the mac and cheese out of the oven, be sure to let it sit for about 10 minutes before you serve it. I think this makes an amazing side dish to like a summer barbecue or something similar to that, and you have plenty of mac and cheese to go around. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, and I will see you guys next week with the next recipe. Bye.